Nikita Kucherov hits a milestone, but the Lightning lose 4-2 to the Sabres. This is the latest news and notes on the Tampa Bay Lightning for Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. I'm Steve Versnick. The Lightning were in Buffalo Monday night to begin their final four-game road trip of the season. The Lightning got an early power play, but had a bad line change as it ended, and Alex Tuch scored to make it 1-0 Buffalo. Then about 6 minutes later,
right circle Kucherov, center point Radish, left circle Guentzel, cross ice Kucherov, right circle shot, score! Kucherov! Goal number 400 for Nikita Kucherov! He's tied the game in one! Congratulations, Nikita Kucherov, 400 goals!
It's Kucherov's 43rd goal this season. He is just the second player in Lightning history to reach 400 goals, the other being Steven Stamkos. The Bolts would then give up another goal just 2 minutes later, and the score was 2-1 going to the second. The Bolts would then even it up.
Bumps for Logan Stanley in the near corner. Goal not cleared out. Held in Radish. Right circle Braden Point. Left circle Guentzel. Shoots. Score! Jake Guentzel! On his last shift, Luukkonen robbed him with a glove save. That one high stick. It's 2-2.
For Guentzel, it's his 37th goal, but Buffalo answered back less than 4 minutes later, and the Sabres led 3-2. The Lightning would give up a late empty netter and lost 4-2. Head coach Jon Cooper.
I honestly didn't love our game tonight, so I found us, it was 2-2. We were in a pretty good spot, and just give up a goal that, again, just breakdowns in our defensive zone that shouldn't have happened. So, now we have to chase it in the third, and do we have a couple good looks? We did, but we didn't finish them. So it was a little too late, and a little bit frustrating. Just the way the game went, and then so many penalties that weren't even penalties. And I don't know, maybe there was the fear of us having the two teams having fun out there. Nope, let's just call so many penalties that it just took away from the flow of the game. So
Ryan McDonough.
Yeah, obviously I know there's never going to be any quit in this room. Our execution wasn't quite as sharp, especially in the second there. A lot of chances to make some plays in the rush, or if they weren't there, put it behind them and grind a little bit, but kind of gotten a little bit too much run and gun tonight, and against a team like that thrives on the rush game. That's not really a recipe for us. Got to get back to our roots here of puck management and defending well, and our offense coming off that.
Brendan Hagel missed his third straight game with an injury. Anthony Cirelli also missed with an injury. Both are considered day-to-day. Braden Point on playing without them.
It's obviously they're a mess for sure. Like you said, they're two of our best guys, and I thought the guys that filled in did a great job, but hopefully we get those guys back healthy and ready to go.
Concern now turns to Pontus Holmberg. He crashed into the penalty box door in the third period while it was not fully closed. Coach Cooper said his injury is not good. Jake Guentzel had a goal and an assist to give him 86 points on the season. That is a new career high. Gabby Shirley is back with Ben Pierce on an all-new Into the Blue podcast presented by Penelope Bourbon. They discussed the Lightning clinching a playoff berth for the 9th straight season, Darren Radish setting the Lightning defenseman goal record, and they discussed this 4-game road trip. You can watch the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube, or download the audio in your favorite podcast app. The Lightning remain at 102 points as Buffalo is now tied with them for the division lead. The Bolts do have a game in hand with 5 games to play. The Lightning are in Ottawa, where they'll play the Senators tonight in the second half of a back-to-back. Ottawa is currently at 90 points. They hold the second wildcard spot in the East, just 1 point ahead of the Islanders. Tonight is the third and final meeting between these teams. The Lightning lost 5-4 on opening night. They won 4-2 on March 28th. Puck drop is scheduled for 7:08 p.m. Eastern. Our radio pregame coverage begins at 6:30 on 102.5 The Bone and in the Lightning mobile app. The game will be televised on The Spot, Tampa Bay Channel 66. The Lightning announced that single-game tickets for home games for the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs will go on sale this Friday, April 10th at 10 a.m. The playoff schedule and opponent will be announced at a later date. To get those tickets Friday, go to Ticketmaster.com.
This day in Lightning history.
It was on this date in 2012.
St. Louis for Lee across the blue line. Right circle St. Louis. In front Stamkos. Score! 60! Stamkos has done it! 60 goals!
Steven Stamkos became the first and only Lightning player to reach 60 goals in a season. At the time, he was just the 20th player in NHL history to do so. Stamkos won his second Rocket Richard Trophy that season as the league's top goal scorer. Happy birthday to Craig McDonald, who played in 65 games in the 2007-2008 season, scoring 2 goals, and to defenseman Matt Walker, who played in 66 games in the 2009-2010 season. He scored 2 goals as well. Thank you for listening to The Daily Strike for Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. I'm Steve Versnick, where every day is hockey day.